Right, I've already read all these, right? Gotta get everyone to 40. And I gotta max out their bonds and beauties. I'm gonna be hearing this song a lot. To be fair, it only plays during this act specifically.
Really hard to win a game. Ice Age and Alliance's block. It was really hard to finish a game. The creatures weren't very powerful. In fact, that video I mentioned about the worst deck of all time, it was actually looking at Ice Age block deck that won that Pro Tour. Let me show you an example of a creature in a deck in that Pro Tour. This is one of my favorite things to share. This was a win con.
That's a PR. Giant trapdoor spider.
You can ignore the ability.
It's just a 3-mana 3, that's it?
Deck ran 8 of these 3-mana 2/3s, and a lot of ways to destroy lands, and that's, like, how
That was the win
won.
con?
I mean, I guess I could show you Deadly Insect, and this actually was a meta-defining card. Let me show you Deadly fucking Insect. This was what people actually built decks around and around killing, because it was the best win con in the format.
We're in agree for a 6/1 that can't be the target of spells effects. Really?
Yes.
This was the format defining super.
This was the card that would actually kill an opponent. Yeah. That's
wow.
Like what it was. And what happened is the Deadly Insect meta began to revolve around this card, Pyroclasm, which deals 2 damage to each creature. The 2 damage to each creature, Pyroclasm. That's it. And
wow.
You know what doesn't? What Pyroclasm doesn't kill?
Giant trapdoor spider. Nope.
You know what keeps all of this from ever winning a game? Just an endless supply of lands that you sack for life. Just gain an extra bunch of life all
That's
the time.
insane because everything sucks. Oh my god. So like if you stack a land, you're only gonna take 2 anyway, so it's just basically an extra turn.
Yeah.
how did anyone play this? Why do you have fond memories of this?
Because I almost made it on that Pro Tour. I came out of a very big tournament playing this format.
Wow.
And you know what my deck did? My deck played this beautiful card, and yeah, this is another reason.
Oh, great, my favorite. Yes,
yeah,
my favorite.
Just destroy everything. Turn Orb and this was like, okay, I'm gonna sack all my lands, gain all this life, then blow everything up. So it's gonna take you like an extra 40 minutes to kill me. It was great. It was amazing.
You are sick in the head. What? How would you derive pleasure from this? This does not sound fun.
We're all sick in the head back then. And to be
I mean,
fair,
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I'm already sick.
yeah. The other power card of the moment was probably, like, the other card that they were concerned about when banning the Zurin Orb. Not so much thawing glaciers, right? But Zurin Orb, sure, was Necropotence. Like, Necropotence was the biggest power outlier in Ice Age by a mile. And
That card like doesn't even seem like it fits in the same set.
yeah, I know. It's insane. But this lets you basically pay life for cards. So,
I think you showed me this.
yeah, the only thing that balanced Necro, it's weird, but the best way to gain life in mono black is 2 sets. Zurin Orb, just sacking your
That's
life
so
to be able to
funny.
keep drawing cards. And they responded by banning Zurin Orb.
And not Necropotence. Interesting. Yeah, because Necropotence doesn't seem abusable in any capacity. Yeah.
This is I heard this story on a recent video, and I believe it. I believe it, because this is basically coming from a content creator who was playing competitive Magic at the time, who believed, they said they heard it from Watsi Coast, that they were trying to balance black, the color black, around Necropotence always being. They were trying to
Okay.
trying to keep Necropotence alive and in the format because they thought that was what the color black should be all about, and I kind of get it.
From a business perspective, I get that. Like, you want to have, like, the crazy card, like, be able to do big, right? Unless it's, like, so degenerate that, like, you have to actually be spamming it. So, like, okay, sure. I think I can see it.
The kicker, they took this so far, they banned Zurin Orb. 1 month later, Commander. That's your kicker.
There's no way. There's no way.
Did. It also got made standard a month later. They were like, you know, the results of this are so good. People are finally winning games in Ice Age Block Constructed. Games are finally coming to an end. I'm gonna ban it in standard too.
That's unbelievable. Your game is so wild that this is like, you don't have done a lot of videos. This might legitimately be the most shocking thing ever.
There it is.
I think this beats Dingus Egg, I'm not gonna lie.
I had to go there. I had to do this video. Just
I'm glad
for
you
this
did,
purpose.
because it's like, you and I just finished recording a video, and just like, the stuff that I was showing you compared to this is incredible.
Well, this is Block Constructed, baby, where the real stars come out to play.
Yes, the real stars like Zurin Orb and Thawing Blade. Alright, well, now I know what the bar is set at. How much worse can we get?
I think the Whiplash might hurt.
It's cool art. Squandered Resource?
Squandered Resource.
I don't know why for some reason. It's Squandered. Black and a green, any kind of card. It's an enchantment. Sacrifice a land, add to your mana pool 1 mana of any type that sacrifice land. Use this as a mana source. Does that mean anything like in your last
Back in the day, that was a way of specifying that the effect could not be countered. Nowadays, it's taken for granted that things that produce mana don't need to come back. They just happen.
Okay. This actually looks promising. Something that could be connected, because if I'm understanding this right, you could like tap your lands mana, and then you could use this to like sack the lands to get extra mana out of the lands, right? And then like you like ramp for a turn.
Keep the game in easy mode.
My
You are
understanding
correct.
But the problem is, now that you've told me that everything in this set sucks, what do you even do? Although, I mean, if you get to your deadly insect a lot quicker,
Hold on, this is a different format.
Oh, different
This
format.
is-
僕にできる
Yep,
ことを
we
や
are
る
in a new block, my friend. Hold on, this is the block constructed show. This is the Mirage block. We are looking at Mirage and Visions and Weatherlight as the sets that were legal for this event.
Home videos of Mirage considering they banned fucking. Okay. Can I at least ask if can we actually can we kill the opponent now?
私にかかれば余裕ですわ。
At this point, the creatures are better. They're still nowhere near modern standards, but like, yeah, games were not going to like who gained the most life like they were in Ice Age.
Okay.
The format's it's a bit more powerful.
I'm thinking, okay, so this is a black and a green. So like turn 2, maybe you play this, right? In turn 3, you have 3 lands, so you can theoretically, I don't know if you've ever, like theoretically you could, after 3, you got the 3 mana, then sack all the lands to 6. You can play a 6-drop on turn. And like, in a limited setting, that's like insane potentially, because like they don't have answers to like a 6-drop on turn 3, and that could just like basically win you the game. Set yourself back in land.
It's a big investment.
It is.
But
But
you another card.
okay, sure. Again, it's limited though. Like sometimes, like in limited, if you stick a thing that has so similar to, I know we're not in the format, but like Deadly Insect has the protection from spells and effects. You just showed me here. Cadaverous, 3 and a black and a green for another chip. Choose a card in your hand and okay, add black green to your mana pool, and play this as a mana source. It's a lot more expensive, but this is cool because lands, you can pitch stuff, green, black, so you're getting stuff to figure out it's not even that bad most of the time. Green maybe, even if
You, to be clear, you remove the card in your hand from the game.
oh it's exiled. Sorry.
Yes.
It's not yes, it's exiled. You can usually don't get to attack.
暴れ足りない
You
ぜ
don't get the
次はドイツだ
that's fine, right? It's your hand, especially in limited. Like limited, you're
私にかかれば余裕ですわ
anyway. So if you're pitching 2 cards, get 6 mana to play a big. I feel like that like might just. So like my whole point with this one resource, if you're sticking a thing that has expert, indestructible, or like some heat on it that make it just really difficult to kill. And like if that's your win con, what do you care if you right? Because limited, you have way more options to actually answer something like that, which is what makes limited fun. You have to like creative power levels at that point. Something like
僕にできることをやる。
守ってくださってありがとうございます。私にかかれば余裕ですわ。
Good God.
私にかかれば余裕ですわ。ジェーン参上。
距離を見誤るなよ。隙を見せるな。
Fire.
攻撃を緩急せん。焦るんじゃねえぞ。
棒でも投げてみ
ひるむな。恐れるな。進軍くじける。ストーリー通りだ。
この勝利 プリムラ様に。
What a healthy relationship. Oh my god! What? Don't, don't empower her. I mean, it's a happy ending. What the fuck? You did this to yourself. Oh my god, poor Sanjay. Actually trapped. Is actually fucking surrounded by the worst women in life. Yes. Yabahoon. I don't see the appeal, but whatever. Love is most irrational. I think it might actually be safe for me to just chill here. I wanna try letting these guys just chill. No reason for me to waste save slots, plus it'll be confusing if I do that anyway. I'll stick to one. It seems it's only these two that spawn. Yeah, they only ever go one at a time. Well.
お客さんがお越しなすった。 距離を見誤るなよ。
取り式。
耐える時。
まだまだ。
攻撃は緩急ね。
取り式。
進軍。想定通りだ。
せいや。
I never managed to get to 5. Oh, we run.
木の棒でも投げてみます。せいや。この勝利はプリムラ様に。
You guys are constantly leveling up, so.
盤石な勝利。
ジェーン参上。取り式。木の棒でも投げてみ
距離を見
ましょう。
誤るなよ。位置がバレたか。攻撃は緩急。
ひるむな。恐れるな。進軍くじける。ストーリー通りだ。
せいや。耐えてみせる。棒でも投げてみましょう。守ってくださってありがとうございます。
The gays have finally achieved max gay. About damn time. Made a mistake. I was supposed to put these guys together. Okay, those two had sex, right? They had very gay sex.
本番は訓練のように。想定通りだ。
棒でも投げてみましょう。
これが俺の戦い方だ。
まだまだ。
耐える時。うろたえるな。
慌てさせてやれ。
逃げてみよう。取り式。
セオリー通りだ。次も油断なく行くぞ。
So roundabout, honestly. He's fucking dead.
皆よくやってくれた。次も油断なく行くぞ。
Hey, yo. That's not a race, that's a gauntlet, a survival challenge. Perfectly normal.
こんなもんよ。守ってくださってありがとうございます。
Reject this grinding finishes at turn 260. Let's see if that's an over or underestimation. Hot diggity. This is awkward. Whatever.
老主がガン首揃えてきましたわね。するわけない。
ハンジャンドラム隊放て。
この程度しのげずどうします。
散開しろ。
おやー、ざーっとこんなもんよ。
祝い酒にはまだ早いか。
That was super nice and wholesome. What an awkward spot these four are in. Might as well stick to it for now.
Mina よくやってくれた。次も油断なく行くぞ。
I'm gonna go back to watching videos.
Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing an introduction to Crystron, a true hybrid deck, in the sense that this is not just a Crystron deck with a K9 engine, or vice versa. Engines both merge into each other and work perfectly in tandem to make a very powerful game. If you're new to my channel or to my introduction series, I tend to stay away from combos and spreadsheets because they are everywhere on YouTube. Give you an understanding of how the deck works. Then I focus on deck theory and game. What is the game plan? What are the fundamental mechanics for it? Deck revolves around it. Video, I'll try to do 3 different things in a very structured way. Firstly, explain the game. Why should you care? Secondly, the 3 the most important parts of the archetypes to follow along with number 2. There, I will ratios you choose to play in this deck are very flexible based on the outcome of the fight. That's why you'll notice that my extra deck isn't full here, because actually a lot of things are totally optional. Play things like 1 or more Interest Arrows, 1 or more Tiger, 3 of 5s, those are all based on the type of deck you want. Let's get started. First of all, Crystron in itself is very unusual in that you want to and properly execute being able to get cards and then interact with those cards. But what you actually want to have as part of your basic deck board, aside from just having boss monsters on the field, which basically every deck does, is you want to have 2 other layers. You want to have access to your trap card, Crystron Buster. You want access to a searchable is the reason this is very important is because you do not want to just have your interactions in Monster Zone. You want multiple layers of interaction. So a layer is basically the zone on the game map where your interaction comes from. If you have all of your interactions in Monster Zone, you could lose them.
I might have undershot.
If you also have a very strong spell/trap in the trap zone with like Buster, then you don't just lose to one individual thing, you have a lot more resilience in like one thing.
私にかかれば余裕ですわ。
This one basically is a guaranteed pop, so you can target a face up from the field.
祝い酒にはまだ早いか。
Synchro Monster, shuffle one critical card from the graveyard or banishment into the deck except critical monster for the target cards. Basically, this is either a pop 1 or a pop 2 if you are. Other searchable layer of interaction is Tuna, which I hope everyone knows by now.
The light novel Lily's reading, Lily brought with her is literally just them. Lily and Gwen. Kinda awkward. Well, there are no sharks in their story though. But Lily is a protag from another world, or I guess in this case another nation, but that still counts. They don't fall in love though. Lily ends up being gay. That's gonna be awkward introducing her. The locals. Again though, sister, red hair. Who knows, maybe they were also a blonde. Oh my god, it's so sappy. Slick, but mid. Warrior Queen. Whoa. That's funky. Goodbye to you two.
Basically, a hand trap where you can make your rank 5 out of turn. Dash Knight is probably the most generic one in most scenarios, but I think that Banana is debatably one of the other best generic ones in the sense that this is monster effect negation, and obviously monster effects are quite important. Now, technically, aside from all of these other cards in here, I am saying this one is the true strong boss monster, and whether you play other ratios like 1 to 3 Taros, 1 to 3 Tiger, like 3 of over the 5s, that will all depend on the type of enemy you're fighting. That's why I have to show you 3 combos, because it illustrates how many of each card you need. Anyhow,
Oh damn, Sierra isn't max leveled yet.
Mostly Cyber Dragon, Infinity, off Nova, so you have an Omni Negate, plus usually something like Ripper. Also want to have your Crystron Cluster in the back row for a 1 or a double pop, and the searchable is in hand.
And they still both have other characters.
Now let's do a brief overview of just the most important cards. I will skip the K9 stuff because I've already done an introduction for K9 and Microsoft. So, Crystron cards, let's start with the level 5s. We have Crystron Self-Roll. This one is a level 5 machine. This card is in your hand or graveyard, you target 1 Crystron card you control, destroy it. Special summon this card. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra for the rest of this turn. By the way, this lock is important. You cannot special summon from the extra for the rest of the turn except machine monsters. It's important insofar as you break that it's clear. It doesn't actually stop you from playing as long as you are aware of the secret cards. If this card is normal or special summon, you can send up to 2 Crystron cards with different names from the text graveyard except itself. Now this dumping effect is very important, and you will see that the core of what Crystron get cards in the graveyard, cycle them onto your field and turn them into things like Skeletus, you go into your trap cards and stuff like that. So then we have the Crystron Sultan. Graveyard, so the same requirement as the previous one. Discard the Crystron card, except itself, special summon this card in defense position, then destroy 1 card from the secondary trigger effect. You special summon 1 Crystron monster from your deck defense position. Effects are all 1. Then we have Smiter. So the important effect here is you can banish this card from the graveyard, add 1 Crystron spell or trap card from the deck to your hand. This is very important because Crystron has a spell that says when it's activated you can add a Crystron card from your deck to your hand. So basically this searches the thing that searches anything. You also can banish this card from your graveyard to target a Crystron monster in your
I already saw this. Lame.
So both of these cards' effects are extraordinary, and you can search this off with Smiter. That's why you can actually play 3 of these, and you will see in basically every Crystron build you have to play Clockwork Knight. This is a Link 1 that requires a non-Link machine monster with 1,000 or less attack, and this has 1,000 or less attack in this one. But unlike some of the Crystron builds you may have seen before, this isn't just to get a normal summon Smiter into the grave so you can manage Smiter to certain portions. It's pretty important for bridging because it's crap recycling. This card, because when this card is normal or special summon, and you want to have machine monsters in the graveyard for push stuff to work. The reason the Clockwork Knight is connected is because this says when you target a machine monster with 1,000 or less attack in your graveyard, you need one machine monster except this card if you do special summon that targeted monster in defense position. This is going to allow you to get Scrap Recycler twice.
I'm starting to take a liking to their relationship. I think it's really cute. If Gina finds out, she'll be really mad.
Not once per turn, so you can get 2 top space and drop the Scrap Recycler. Okay, so then we have the Tristaros. This one says when your opponent activates you special summon one crystal monster from your deck, except itself, then immediately after this effect, resolve the single summon one machine monster. To banish this card from your graveyard, destroy a single monster you control, and immediately special summon 2 crystal monsters from your deck. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except machine. I'm not going to go over the Citri Owl.
Good on you, man. It doesn't sound like something Gwen would actually say. There's too many brother, sister, siblings in this game. What's up with that? Well, I guess there's the sibling tree of lilies. But I'm pretty sure by now it's canonically confirmed they're all like adopted, like they're not actually blood related.
This one is kind of important in the version, so
like there's more than enough proof. They were all adopted and trained differently and compared to each other in the name of some sort of sick protection.
Last thing we'll cover before going into combos is Skeletons. This one is a level 7. It says all monsters you're going to control lose height. This card is super summon. You can add a quick summon card of your grave or banish them to your hand. And another reason why dumping stuff to your grave is so important, there are things that you can't search and have it drawn, like the trap card, which is players for getting your top on the turn. This can add it back from the graveyard or banishment. Very important. Card is synchro summon. If the synchro summon card is destroyed with battle or card effect, you can start to summon one critical monster from your graveyard or banishment. Also very important. Okay, so let me show you a very basic game plan for the most simple. This is if you draw both the K9 and the crystal cards, what would you be trying to achieve? As you watch these combos, just more for the deck, so giving you some play to rely on, but you can't really extend very far. Crystal cards give you the true potential, the true greatness in hybrid strategy. K9 is the easy 4, and the Crystron is the C. Okay, so here we have drawn the Joku and the Sultor, and we're going to start by using Joku's effect to special summon itself at any other level 5 from hand. Any other level 5 from hand works with anything.
Slick.
Want to make a rank 5. Now we have the Joku on the field and the Salvador, and what the Salvador is
Turn the brick into an engine piece.
This turn and the self-defender. The reason we're doing this because remember, this banishes itself from the graveyard to add a Crystron monster from your deck to your hand. So this is just like basically you're dumping it off. We're going to use this because the effect can trigger from both hand or graveyard. Where if we discard a Crystron card, then we can switch on this card in defense position and we pop something. Because popping stuff is also good. Okay, so now we can use the Goku's effect. This one's other effect is you can add a non-alpha king effect to your hand, and here we're going to search for these. By the way, if you have followed them.
Okay, there was literally nothing romantic happening there at all. Nothing even platonic. Just a girl hopelessly struck by some bad luck. But it does some nice world building. Whoa. Whoa, there's an S word. Dropped out of nowhere in the game. What the fuck? Something very awful is about to happen. I'm fairly certain of that.
Port 14, you will know that if you hunted, if you weren't going to normal something else, local been searching for the new machine guy, which when you normal summon it, you can then special summon another canine monster from deck. So that actually fits into local working pretty. But anyhow, here we're gonna search for the
Oh, nice. Now kiss. Their double attack. How boring. But powerful. We're getting there.
and normal summon user, and that allows us to dump the Luma. Always want the Luma engraved. You don't really want to draw this card. No reason not to have this engraved, because this is the one where during the main phase of your bonus activated monster effect in the hand. Special summon card in the hand engraved, banish it. That's usually like half of your rank 5.
わしも捨てたもんではないな。
Another Izuna. There's no downside to just summoning Izuna now because you're going to get another Izuna.
祝い酒にはまだ早いか。
Now, you summon 3 times, you can go into Ripper. Now remember, the Ripper has the effect where when your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand of Grave, like a hit for example, then you can negate that by patching material. But because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is power creep these days, it also has another effect where we can just patch a material and circle. here we're going to search for the Lantern, which is the Monster Reborn guy, so now we can summon the Lantern and bring back the Izuna. We're now protected from him. Not even worried about that. And it's not like we're going out of our way to play around him. So there's no reason not to do it. So now we can Lantern, because all these cards have secondary effects. Search for the case of This is one of the reasons, by the way, why you don't have to play X-Force Liberation, or whatever the name is, because Piece of K9 searching your second is this will be kept as a hand trap for your opponent's turn. That's why you don't mind normal summoning for. So yeah, now you can go into Ash Knight, and this is really just part of your end board. So remember, during the main phase, quick effect, you can attach 2 materials from this card, attach a number XYZ monster from expect to this card material, it has a number between 101 and 107 in the same, then you can attach one other face-up monster on the field with this card as material. This is like a non-targeting attach for another face-up monster. As this is just one of the bodies we have. Negation from the Ripper, and we also have the Suck from the Ash Knight. Banish itself to search for a Crystron, and we're going to search for the Smiter. Remember that we can use the Vector Engrave by pitching a Crystron, and this will bring itself out, and also pop a card on field. We're going to pop itself, because that will allow us to bring out interest arrows from deck. Actually, the basic setup. So you don't have to follow the rest of the combo to understand. This is really what you're trying to achieve. You want the Ripper on field because it both searches your Izuna and also stays as a negation on field. You want your Nash Knight or whatever your other rank 5 is. Then you want access to Interest arrows from self-reward to go into whatever. Either you're going to manually make something, like you normally want to end with a Pump Dragster for your spell trap, or you're going to leave Interest arrows on field, because when your opponent activates a card or bet, you can special summon a Crystron deck, set itself, and then come right afterwards. This is the basic setup, but you can continue playing from here. So now you can go for banishing the Smiter, searching for the inclusion, then activating the inclusion. That will search for the trap. So it's kind of crazy that you can get the trap in many different ways. You can even pop it into the from the grave later on. You always want access to the trap. So now we have the trap. We're going to set the trap. We're going to turn our Sulfidor and our Trisparos into We're going to add back the Smiter. Usually I like to add back stuff like Banishment, because it's harder to get stuff back from Banishment, so we'd rather just continue playing on the track back. So then we can use the Sulfidor, popping a Crystron card to control like our inclusion, which we've already searched for, to bring itself out. Remember, this card is so crazy that we already got a search from it from activating on field. We can still banish it from the grave to target a Crystron.
Oh, look at Yush increasing the age rating of the game on his own. I shipped them. They definitely fucking. They didn't realize it by the end of the Bonds and Beauties, but they'll realize it soon enough.
monster in a grave and special summon. But these cards are crazy with the number of
Oh,
dice
I
they have.
forgot.
So now we can use inclusion and bring back our
Swap.
cards
I
and now that
wasted
we
a
have 2
turn.
5s on field, we can go into Nova, which means that you can use the Tristaros Grave effect to pop the Elascalatus. This is
Although
usually what you would normally do with
Yush isn't
Tristron,
max
bring
leveled
something
yet, I'm
out,
おごら
pretty
ず
sure.
たゆま
that
ず
allows you to also
次に備えましょう
Elascalatus and bring back out something vanished. This is mostly just to keep your stuff from staying in vanished and keep your resources
Yeah.
in the grave.
予
No,
測
it
通りだった
wasn't
now
Yush,
you
it
go
was...
into something like a Nightster, and you've used 1 Tristaros, and this is why I'm playing 2 Tristaros in this list. To show you can do it this way where you use 1 Tristaros to go into the Nightster, and then another one stays on field, and this allows you to use quick effect to synchro summon out of. So this is the basic.
What? Or if you've drawn access to both engines. Have the Omni and Cyber Dragon Infinity. Have the Ripper specifically. These 2 cards will basically never change. Infinity, Ripper, and basically Dawn Dragster are like the 3 standard cards you want. Then you're gonna have your right fight of choice, so you can match knight no matter whatever. You're gonna have access to your cluster.
二度と逆らうなよ
Basic game plan. Preferably also have a Tristaros on field, and some other follow-up like your spider that you added back. So that's the basic idea of the game plan. Now I'm gonna show you what happens. Only draw the K9 stuff and no Crystron. Let's say we have Joku and any blank 5, so just Joku effect to bring up more bodies.
The fuck happened?
Joku effect to search for. Remember the weekend.
Guess I've been grinding for a little too long. The game froze.
Or, race we can search another is enough. There are not. So now we go into early, so we have effects activate. Ripper also search for.
Yeah,
Lantern,
what a
which is crazy.
well
How
optimized
much
game.
is here. Lantern bring out the Joku. That means if we almost summon, good. But the thing is that if you need
The voxel art is cute, but you gotta understand, voxel art isn't the cheap style of 3D models.
so the way so this one has a I can either add it to your song
especially when you're doing it in this scale. Voxel art is only cheap when it's done in a smaller scale. And even then, it still really doesn't do much in terms of optimization. Minecraft is voxel art. Literally everything is just squares on textures. Very pixelated, low-quality textures. And it's still one of the most intensive games ever. Although that might have more to do with the engine than...
予測通りだったわね。
JavaScript was never meant to be used for making games.
うまくいったな。予測通りだったわね。 二度と逆らうなよ。予測通りだったわね。
Whoa, holy shit! There's actually a portrait of her without her mask. What the fuck are you doing here? But to be fair, there's really nobody else.
And then the other one you'll put in attack position, because remember that with Infinity, the target in attack position, actually to this part of the team. Not only does your
おごらずたゆまず次に備えましょう。
now Chris Johnson,
予測通りだったわね。
this one is a little bit different. Arrows, this says during your piece, target is non-tuner graveyard, so permanent and special gate. After select, calls it single. Unleash.
That was short.
have a self death there, and since we can get access to it, or to some, we're gonna use Hunter's effect.
おごらずたゆまず次に備えましょう。予測通りだったわね。
Obviously, it's a hand card too. So you could, for example, search. Now you could use this. Search for a 5. Turn to go 1. Now you have 2 5s. Those can go whatever 5 you want. Local brings some out. Up there, here you can search for a land.
わしも捨てたもんではないな。
まだまだ踊り足りないな。
Here we're gonna bring out the or in the other combo I was showing you. Second, nice. Because we've already gone through now our lantern can bring up a lantern. I can do that. Right, these are. I can go for Skeletus.
私にかかれば余裕ですわ。
So many different ways to access to. Now I'm just gonna continue the progression.
まだまだ踊り足りないな。
But our lock. Yeah, now we're gonna make a fracture. Down here, pop. Oh, here we can go. Honestly, like that's one of the reasons I want to do it.
What the fuck?
That's our own fault for tonight. I was telling you. Ours is on the roof, but
私にかかれば余裕ですわ。
that's basically the end point. So my final thoughts.
まだまだ踊り足りないな。
So this is one of the exit. One of the top performing pets. Also, that will get
うまくいったな。まだまだ踊り足りないな。
card is a very strong card. You kind of have to play.
Those two are deliriously gay. How scandalous.
This one, forget most of it. Very, very strong.
わしも捨てたもんではないな。
Also, if this thing was destroyed by battle, artifact, get out.
まだまだ踊り足りないな。
At this point. Spanish monster. Right, you know? When you normally do this, one of the setups that I showed you already used with Dawn's action is level 5. Going action is Dawn level 5. Have a Tristaros on you. Tristaros and Dawn Dragster is right go into the place. One activates the one Tristaros chain of now Crystal, it's true. And Tristaros is 60. Dragster has 5.
なんとかしのぎきれましたな。
Yeah, if you want to play this card, I think
盤石な勝利。
yeah, then looking at these cards, just decide what you want. Just something. Or you could choose. Just not a lot of flex in the extra deck. That was helpful.
私にかかれば余裕ですわ。まだまだ踊り足りないな。 うまくいったな。
盤石な勝利。
Oh, I forgot those two don't need to be here anymore. You and early. Nice. Yaran's last. No real fault of my own.
Good content. What good content do we have on the internet? Well, it's not going to come from the Farfa channel. Out of characters, which you subscribe to, content creator. A lot of views on this one. Here we've got the art of bluffing. And from what I understand, this is absolute cinema. Let's chill out, relax. I'm back. Delight. Nice. National Fun Tournament. I love Herbert Winds of War. There are about 8 hours left. And so, ooh, this is a decent
予測通りだったわね。
running first place in the championship. The coin flip against a player with the translates. What are you? I will refer to go ride. And in classic Master fashion, instant only singular. Is this an analysis of the previous World Championship? Oh no, this is a replay from one of the... I've watched this exact video. It is genuinely maybe one of like
私にかかれば余裕ですわ。
plays in the history of like Master
まだまだ踊り足りないな。
integrity. And it's up there with like Jesse's like freaking Tournament deck out in Worlds. I'm pretty sure Josh has something really iconic, but I don't remember what it was. But this I remember watching, unbelievable. Hideo has a really crazy Mermail one as well. I love that one. Final situation is dire. Did a couple of...
Damn it, it's a reaction video. Ooh. There's more than just Scarlet that can turn revolutionary. Also, that's not something you'd share over a drinking game. Looks like I underestimated. Might be turn 270-ish. I honestly can't tell.
Opponent is threatening to make Appaloosa before eating their snake-eyed pizza, functionally eating a beer for breakfast. Now is his last shot to activate. At this moment, Hansen is in almost unwinnable position.
Oh, this replay is so good. Genuinely, it's
Doesn't even take time to think about it. Instead, letting Shorai uninterrupted the duration of the combo. So you can,
like, the difference between a good player and a great player is like right here. Or like, even just like an average player and a great player. Like,
naturally just think to yourself, like, you're gonna apple. Just drop the Nibiru. You might as well, like, recognizing that it doesn't respect your good skill.
私にかかれば余裕ですわ。
Might as well.
予測通りだったわね。
Power of it. Right, has access. Monster defeats a targeted option. Bills of betrayal. Finish it. Open up. Mastery. Traps. Targeted monster defeat. Set copy of it. Battle protection. Monster pop. All of them.
うまくいったな。
Is that like 7? All of it. More, it's like 9. Wait, no, how much?
予測通りだったわね。
Okay. And a paw. Actual corruption. Plus all of the protection. I think the hand has a hand trap as well. Now 5, is it 7? 7 to 8. Oh, plus the SP. That's good. Oh, so that's like 8. That's 8 total. SP's 10.
It's very simple.
わしも捨てたもんではないな。勝利は我らにあり。
You get to put something like this in the filming. I gotta keep it above this one video. Right now I'm on the precipice of part editing. I edit and put it. Frankly, I'm thinking about the amount I have left to do. That I'm putting off by writing this tag double for 10 frames or something. Guess what?
うまくいったな。予測通りだったわね。
Contrast. You're right, it has no knowledge. Activate. No hit. On the thing.
The thing that sure I could do is that Herman has been. That's cool. Herman just. Either Herman went.
なんとかしのぎきれましたね。
予測通りだったわね。
About it, but an alternate.
Wow, exactly 270.
That he wasn't avoiding, if you toggle up and then. Okay. This right here is like. Is this true? I've heard of this, but I don't know if that's like. I've heard of genuinely top players
う
saying
ま
that
くいったな。
it's controversial. Apparently, there is a top
まだまだ踊り足りないな。
next. Is there like a source for this or something? It's like something. Bro, this guy has programmer in his. I trust him with my life.
It is done. Now to close out this war properly.
敵目標と接触。ご指示を。逃げ場はありません。ここだ。入れます進め。
機動力で勝ち合う。狙わせるな。くらえ。なめるな。
逃げます進め。どうか。
よくもない。放て。標北一斉射。
ここだ。
くらえ。
おや。
近づけさせる。皆よくやってくれた。
私にかかれば余裕ですわ。予測通りだったわね。
Tiny delay and field. Alright, well, have summon animate. One bad connect and draw business. To turn off summon animation in order to make the call. Wait, this is actually a thing? We're in the hero reveal. Have summoning animations on? Hero plays more masculine than opponent. That's the thing, I've heard from top players, like, this is a thing, even if you toggle off the hero and tense it. That's like, yeah, I guess that's like the fucking Conqueror's hockey after like 1,000 high rate. Because if Judeo confirmed it, I believe it. So he probably already has an in, I guess, environment. That's like the top 0.% of a 0.% of a 0.% of players. Like, detect that. Probably. Otherwise, actually, I'm just confirmed as well. Like, we'll just watch the Hajime!
Yeah.
Finger!
Natsu. Triggers. First, weakness or sign of death. After summoning Blackbird, turns through the second evolution. Instant charges in battle. Turns to destroying some Blackbird. Like, first show rise 5, then to 4 about following.
僕にできることをやる。
神の先兵たる姉妹から裏切りも。臣民の皆様、ご助力くださいませ。まあ不良の選別を受け、あなた方もただ最サピーもマスコットになっちゃえ。なんで自分が見るな我が神の導きに従いなさい。革命などまやかしです。被害状況は
ワン、ツー、スリー。
野蛮ですこと。
そこじゃ。
ずいぶん手荒な真似を。よう狙って踏み鳴らせ。ずいぶん手荒な真似を。死の安息を与えましょう。神の声を聞きなさい。
行革そのまま。
あらあら
進め。
野蛮ですこと。我が神に慈悲を乞いなさい。さあ神を受け入れなさい。田舎に帰りてえ。
Demonstrate a ride that can be used by Super Rail.
Wait, hold on.
Rail requires Blackwood's on board. Battlefields. Throwing Blackwood.
Troy is getting other and afford.
Battle gives Troy the opportunity. Great effect. As link. Follow up for Go Ride. 5 summons necessary to activate. Go Ride takes it. As a result, gets the last half loose, blown out by the rock. medically card combo.
神の先兵たる姉妹から裏切り者。
Masquerade, Underworld Goddess Detective. Then earns 1,000. Takes the replay. Some of this game,
親民の皆様、ご助力くださいませ。
after I watched it,
まあ、あな
much
た
of what I
さ
commented on.
Watch that on my stream.
あらら
Best ever burning abyss. I'm not beating the barb of your allegation. Listen, guys, I take some credit for this because I watched someone. The reality that everyone has. I participated, contributed to some degree of capacity to content that is well produced, out of character. Because of the fact that I sat here, I looked, and I observed, I just want. That doesn't deserve a gift to sub right now. What does?
非常識をあまり見たくはないの
Wait,
だ
I
けど
don't think I uploaded
非常識だからこそ心が躍るの
like
さ
a live.
逃げても無駄
Maybe that was back when I was live streaming.
ぶつけろ野蛮ですこと
I think right here.
ご存知
あらあら
行け
我が神の導きに従いな
That's
さ
this
い
button.
行け
野蛮ですこ
That's
と
this
我
button.
が神の導きに従いなさい我が神の導きに従いなさい革命などまやかしですこうも脅かされるなんて
They're tall. I've been deceived!
あらあら
Almost enough.
So you're telling me that Infinity War isn't, like, live recorded? Marvel movies are, like, they're edited? No way. There's no way.
Five. Throughout the course of the game, after this
It's
exact
live!
part that probably did not enter, I asked him about this game. Here is about it.
That's real voice
弔いの鐘を鳴らせ野蛮ですこと
かかれ
あら我が神の導きに従いなさい死の安息を与えましょう
tried to mind
神の声を聞きなさい
Hey there, good night. He had enough board. Board. So, if you on his turn would pay for anything on board.
逃げても無駄野蛮
Why
で
is
すこと
Sunny? That's a good question. Why is Sunny?
あらあら
Right. Collection of top 100
What does?
five most standard cards. Only pack one copies. It's also
okay, this
the way
team
it
won.
gets used. Fraud of your common times to card like numbers at the end of the main.
非常識をあまり見たくはないのだけど非常識だからこそ心が躍るのさ逃げても無
However, you
駄
don't necessarily have to. In order to respond to your
ぶ
opponent's
つけろ
attacks, you must have a card you activate. Then your toggle to on.
あ
Toggle, which
不
that
愉快
looks
不
like
愉
it
快だ
lets you
今日は
offer
ここ
opportunity to activate an artifact.
耐えられ
Sometimes you want the game to stop them every time they have the opportunity. Some things. About whether they
まだまだ踊り足りないな
always keep on. However, is the opponent. After all, you're only going to get stopped if you have a card that efficient. Opponent to
Hmm,
what card
doesn't
you
feel as
have.
satisfying.
This information ogling, something you're aware of when asking
ごきげんよ
Wild man. All those. Somebody. Or maybe I'm not aware of it. First, there one. Alright.
and to yes to hide is otherwise it's a underplayed world. Classic that don't summon 5 times on your opponent's turn. Summon some.
I just
事の
saw
始まりはこうだ
something. Like he did.
Drop of priority. Aztec. Try with
僕はこの国
heart. Navigated.
I wonder if he, like,
帝国民の諸
I'd
君
like to talk
ever
a
at
bit
any
about
point
私
For anyone who thinks about it. It's very rare thing. That happens.
Very fast. Time I was aware of how crucial that the mind run. Not something 5 times.
公爵令嬢と一緒に来ればよかったのでは
Hardly. My modern skin.
Hell. This thing was unlimited just before I started.
共和国
That's Texas. Loaded. Hell balances. Cards. Mind crushes that
落ち着けバカ娘
by design.
お気を
19. By that certain Mexico. Private. Hey, after you activate the mind run, verify the hand. Writing in copies of it. All.
That's crazy that like
Minecraft
we randomly found a very specific clip of that happening. Like,
structure the aspect cards like poker ended up deciding factor viability. I is important. Still playing cards, right? Other card games, that's like Odyssey, card that is so well known. I've learned Osis. What if you finding traits in contrast on speed, post game, content, mind function play. Longest. Now, take
帝国を守るそのために
dude, I'm so mad. I could have played my round of YCS. Lost the coin flip, and I played for full teleport. Last card in hand, like Nash or like I can't remember. It was a hand trap. I almost played teleport.
aside from capture. LPs. Cards.
大地を鳴らせお薬に切れますねなめるな
Why did it? Not all of this.
My flipping has this now. My rebel is. It has muscles that are just aren't muscles.
駆け抜けろ
Biceps have
この
biceps.
槍は次のために
おごらずたゆまず次に備えましょう
I just get flight data. Learn by not jinx. My opponent is. Oh, I kind of need.
Idea of that. Are the most. Up and down. Up and down. Cards. That's a good.
I was at World. I didn't watch the line. I did not know they had. Oh no, I didn't. I just realized game one was the back. I remember because it was. But there's.
俺様がいる安心しろ
You guys remember the back room drama?
For example. Cards. Bats. Up to thing. Seconds.
You notice about Yukino mannerism? Trust me, your opponent arts doesn't the logic. Turn. Find that they are in a bad spot. Start dance. A little fan the great. Turn. You're in a good spot.
Actions.
Characters are. Yes! Oh! It's. Acting.
焼けついて狙え私の姿は安くないんだよ打ち込んでやりな
Cards. Commonplace. Copy some. Not like. After.
タイラー、お前も出ろ。
俺の役回りではないの。期待外れだったか。
My opponent. That card. It is super. I did.
Okay, alright, that's like
Couple
cards,
cards.
man. And to the most is summoned by your 500 or less, the most plates. Oh! It destroys any mouse name by up. And, you want deck cards for Yummy? Well, I'm pretty sure. Oh. Oh.
Wait the fact that card is I am one. After custody. Cards.
Well, they're kind of the same.
Likely.
But like, it was last week. House of... Already another card called that. House of... 1,500 call. Bell Ruler 25th anniversary. Oh, wait. Actually... Okay. It's anniversary. Gosh, this card is melon.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I bet. Wait a second. Adult. Always the one. Cards play. Mama's take. But three. Mama's take. That's
Correct. The spicy thing. And add card. Write that down. Write that down.
cards. Possible. Everything. Better to. It's okay.
I think it's
夢
the
中
dueling
に
book
させ
analysis.
てやる。
Right, I'm pretty sure this one, it tells you the number of cards percentage. That's right, I'm pretty
僕にできることをやる。
well.
Scouting turn. Wait a minute. Alright.
Oh, right,
Take a look
I
at this
can't
video, find
steal.
one. Category. Variety of crafts. Else. Honestly,
yeah.
so fun. Like one. About 4. That's it. Pivot away. Less dependable. Probably lost. Punch. Optimism.
夢中にさせてやる。
My god.
It's kind of
Fantastic. Absolute.
activated friendly.
And last card drag for the
Other.
a literal perfect card hand to out the board.
You need probably our batteries there.
Like a S or something.
盤石の勝利。
Our back is like S or I don't know something crazy that has actually. Bro, just that or like yes.
盛り上がってまいりましたそりゃドカーン
Close.
ドカーンプロデュースはお任せあれ
Out of characters. And like I'm pretty sure are not in
プロデュースはお任せあれ
fast how good.
ざーっとこんなもんよ
Get her nicely. There it is. Or is it?
Oh.
Go.
Grass.
ジェーン参上。リリーさんをお救いに参りました。
どうしてここに？あなたが神妙な面持ちで出て行ったとジェーンが教えてくれましたの。不審に思って後をつけてきたというわけですわ。
Cool.
思い詰めた表情だったから心配してついてきたと素直に言えばいいのでは？
ちょっとカメラとマイクを借りますわよ。スカーレット、大事なお嫁さんを保護しましてよ。悔しかったらここまで来なさいな。なるべく早くね。巻き込んじゃってごめん。あら、助けに来たなんて一言も言っておりませんわよ。
Did I have to make fucking Lily take so much
ジェーン
damage?
参上。
コーナン使い分けての貴族よ。プロデュースはお任せあれ。ざーっとこんなもんよ。
You guys should be able to kill these loser nobodies that aren't even on tanks. Anyway, yeah, they have tanks. We're playing Fire Emblem, they're playing Advance Wars.